To have you here, Victoria. A quick one. I would like to you to introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Victoria Fuwara, and I'm a blockchain data analyst.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. What do you do prior to Analytic Sage, right? And why did you join Analytic Sage?
Prior to Analytic Sage, I've been in the Web3 space for some time now, and I also do freelance remote jobs like virtual assistants and all of that. Okay. So I've been in this space, and I also trade. I trade a bit. I do spot trading. So I really got curious about how things work, and I wanted to do more than just trading, and then more than just following the hype, especially on Twitter. So I wanted to know how this data works. That was what led me into Analytic Sages to learn blockchain data analysis.
Yeah, fantastic. And if I may ask, what has been your experience so far with the training? How has it shaped your career? Has it given you more clarity? Did you now, have a good understanding of it? What was your experience like?
Okay. Actually, before I got into Analytic Sages, I was learning data analysis in Web 2. Okay. I did a bit of a learning in Web 2 for data analysis. So I wanted to bring that knowledge in Web 3. So I searched for a community where I can learn this, and I saw Analytic Sages on Twitter. I like, let me get into this. And because I wanted a structured path, some people will be like, oh, you can learn this on your own, you can do this, but you're not going to get that structured path. You're not going to get that mentorship, because there are times when you feel like giving up. Yeah. So there will be no one to hold you and say, this is it. There's nobody to look up to. So I'm like, okay, let me get into Analytic Sages. And it's been a great experience so far because everything is practical. Like every lesson we've had, we have, it has been practical, and I can say that I am a lot better than how I got in.
Fantastic.
Lots.
Oh, awesome. So now, how quickly have you been able to apply what you've learned, to your real world activities,
Okay, when it comes to the Web3 space, there are a lot of speculations and then a lot of hype around projects, protocols, and knowing how the data works. You get to know like protocols that if they are actually growing with the data, because a lot of protocol, you see that, oh, they have a lot of volume, but that doesn't mean that it's actually healthy or it's growing. So when you get to know the user activities, you know that, okay, this protocol is good, instead of just following hypes on Twitter.
Yeah, I think that's also a brilliant experience where you could, see what is going on behind the scene, right? And tell who is original, who is not, what to do and what not to do. All right. So one last question. How does this program make you feel? I mean, before and after, how do you feel about it? And would you recommend it?
Okay, I feel good. Like, I'm actually happy I got to join the cohort 7. I have a shot at advancing my career in blockchain data analysis, and I'll keep building here because I really want to be in this phase. So I would actually recommend this to anyone who wants a structured path. Like, you don't want confusion. You want something you can say, okay, by the end of this so time,
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to achieve. So I would gladly recommend to anyone who's going to get into blockchain data analysis.
Awesome, fantastic. Though you mentioned something, I said that was the last question. Well, you mentioned something that I recall. You said you were a Web2 data analyst. Now, how does that, like, what do you think was the thin line for you? Was it just easy for you to get into Web3 data analysis and start doing stuff, or was there still some constraints that you needed to pay attention to, that made the difference between Web2 and Web3 data analysis?
Okay, the difference, although I was still learning in the Web2 data analysis. I didn't have much experience, but with the little experience I had, the difference between the Web2 and Web3 data analysis is the data itself. Querying the blockchain data is different from the Web2.
Yeah.
It's different. So if anyone is actually coming to Web2, it's going to be a bit difficult. You have to get used to the blockchain data and how to find your how to extract your data. That's going to be one of the challenges you're going to face, even if you are experienced Web2 data analysts.
Okay, fantastic. I think that's one thing that people just feel, oh, I'm good at data analysis in Web2, blah blah blah. But when they come into Web3 and see that it's not just all bed of roses, you have to understand your data, understand what you are querying likewise. So thank you very much, Victoria, for joining us, and we love to see whatever you are building as you continue to build. All right. Take care. Have a nice time. Yeah, bye.